When I got elected 4 years ago, my plan, my belief, was that I'd be dealing with the traditional leadership roles that a mayor deals with in normal times. Things like economic development, education, and keeping Aurora safe from crime. I couldn't have imagined that crime would rise to the level of a mass shooting that left 5 Aurora workers dead and 5 police officers shot and severely wounded. I couldn't have known that Aurora would be thrust on the world stage to join so many cities that have fallen victim to these type of domestic terrorism. But I stood strong, and I led Aurora through it. I couldn't have imagined that 1 short year later, a COVID pandemic would paralyze our city, our state, our country, and the entire world. I couldn't have known that I'd be one of the first in Aurora to be diagnosed with COVID-19 and watch with uncertainty as Americans died by the thousands. Yet I stood strong and led Aurora through the worst of it. I couldn't have imagined that during this historic pandemic, there would be nationwide civil unrest that would rock the foundation that our country stands upon. And I couldn't have known that it would reach our doorstep right here in Aurora, which led to rioting, looting, and millions of dollars of damage and destruction. But I stood strong, and I led us through it. I couldn't have imagined that our local economy would come to a screeching halt as we locked down and sheltered ourselves away from each other to prevent the disease from spreading across our population. I couldn't have known that our city finances would be crippled because of the lack of revenue generated when everything that we rely on to function as society shut down and closed. But I stood strong and made sure we still passed a balanced budget without laying off police officers and firemen, as so many other cities around this country would be forced to do. I led us through it. It's been said that the ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moment of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in times of challenge and controversy. As a leader of this city, in times of challenge and controversy, I stand with you, Aurora, and I will continue to stand with you. I pray that nothing of this magnitude that we've experienced over the past few years ever happens again. But if it does, I'll be ready to lead us through it. And we will continue to stand together, Aurora strong.